So there's this NASA astronaut, guys, that has broken the record for the longest space flight by an American astronaut. Frank Rubio broke the record, and he spent more than 355 days in outer space or inner space. What's the difference? We'll talk about it in a minute. Here, let's check this one.
All right.
Finally tonight, a record-breaking trip to space for an American astronaut. Now they're nearly a year, but as Sam Brock reports, his history-making space odyssey wasn't actually planned.
Can you see Frank Rubio on the right?
As far as records go,
Having an opportunity to say goodbye one final time.
when American astronaut Frank Rubio set off on his mission to space last September, he wasn't planning on breaking any.
And liftoff, a sunset start to the mission of Rubio.
But a trip to the ISS, scheduled for 6 months, required an astronomical audible when the spacecraft sprang a leak. The trip now breaking an American record of 355 days.
It was unexpected. In some ways, it's been an incredible challenge, but in other ways, it's been an incredible blessing.
A new spacecraft won't return this crew until late September at the earliest, meaning not only have they counted off all the major holidays,
A happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays!
but Rubio will become the first American in space for more than a calendar year. He exercises 2 hours a day, conducts experiments and video conferences with his family, but missed his now college-age son heading off to West Point.
As much as it was a challenge for me as a father to miss all those things, it was also a pretty proud moment to see Deb and the kids just thrive and overcome.
From 250 miles above, Rubio has a message that still holds great gravity.
There's very few things in life that we accomplish individually, and almost everything big that we accomplish as humanity requires incredible teamwork.
From Earth, Sam Brock, NBC News.
Yeah, from Earth. Pretty good, man. So that's a nice, heartwarming story.
Let me tell you, that is very Latino. When a Latino is lost, whether it's in space or on the highway, you just start making up stuff. You just start saying, hey, I got to a place and all of a sudden it was awesome and I did this and I did that. Orale, that's great, man. I survived. Very Latino. I love it. Thank God.
Now, hold on, John.
Representing, Holmes.
You can say that because you're like, what,
I'm
52%?
Absolutely. I'm over
52%. Very specific. Wow.
Hispanic. I can say that. I'm allowed as a fellow Latino that has done that very thing of just when people say, hey, why didn't you go somewhere? Hey, man, I was exploring and I got lost. And then all of a sudden it just happened. And, life. And how dare you assume that I would do anything? I love
Yeah,
it.
Barry, how dare you?
How dare you, Barry?
And that's also why Josh claps on the radio because he's half Hispanic.
Dude, I was watching that going, dude, how very Hispanic. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Hey, I don't know where I went. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
So, Barry, do you know the difference between inner space and outer space?
I don't know where the line is. Is there a line?
There's no line. Inner space. Inner space.
Inner.
Outer space.
Oh, I see. Okay. No, yeah. The answer is yes. I do know the difference because inner space is in our atmosphere. Like we can float around in it. Probably.
Inner space is in our heads. It's our thoughts. It's our feelings. Outer space is out there. You're talking about the different levels of the atmosphere.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that.
Inner space is within, is what you're telling me?
Yes. See, you learn something new every day. I took a psychology class once. I know this.
That's great. I love, and right there is what will keep the Hispanic man from getting overtime in space. So you just screwed everything up for the poor guy because some white guy in HR will go, well, inner space, and here's why I don't agree with you going so far. Yeah.
Have you guys been able to see like anything out in outer space, not inner space, because now we know that inner space is within. Have you been able to see like Starlink going by or anything cool?
Yes. now that someone has pointed out, of course, it's social media, right? And I always thought when you see something, you see a couple of lights like lining up like that. I always thought, well, who knows, man? I don't know what stars are doing, whatever. Now that I learned that that's what Starlink is, especially here in Texas and Austin, now I kind of understand that, I'm some dumbass that was pretending before, man, there's aliens. Holy cow, I'm gonna contact family and friends. No, it's just it's Starlink and whatnot. So yeah. And let me tell you, I now know where the moon and Jupiter, and I can finally do that and not completely.
Oh, you know what planets come up when and
I
where
know
and all that?
exactly. I know. I finally have learned all of that, and I can be on a date and be like, well, that's
look up at the stars.
Look up
you
at
see
the
that one over
stars.
there? That's Polaris. That's the
Exactly.
North Star.
When are you ready? Are you ready to see my anus tonight? I mean, let's go.
Careful.
Hey, what? Oh,
I think that's okay, but I shouldn't think.
it's